Listen, just want to say I was slacking towards the middle to end of last year, but we put people in position, so we should be in a better place. That being said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Champion of the year.
They wanted me gone. They wanted me gone. They took my one. I still kept it G. I believe in zombies. A lot of people still here, but they did to me. Niggas gutter.
Champion of the year. Why aren't you in the conversation?
I'm gonna be in the conversation.
I don't hear people talking about it.
Cause champion of the year, it'd be what you've done for me, like lately.
Big shit. Stab bull. Twisted. No, this shit. No big shit. Turn Big T to a slim fit. Oh, you don't like me? Oh, you don't like me? Huh? What we doing, Philly? What we doing, buddy?
It is the same thing as it was last year. Eazy the Block Captain is champion of the year, and this is without a doubt, right? I don't think that this is as hard as it was last year to even determine and or decipher. If you don't know the way the champion of the year works, we use 6 criteria to determine it, right? So we use scheduling, we use consistency, we use impact, we count the moments that you had, we count performance, and we count material. And I won't lie to you, this year is nowhere near as difficult as it was last year. Last year, to me, it was a much closer race, and it was a much closer race because you had Surf, who hadn't lost 9 or 12 rounds at the time. 9-0 for sure. It was 9-0 for sure. Hadn't lost 9 rounds going into the last 3 months, and that mattered. That was enough to push him to top 3. But that doesn't really work this year. This year, everyone else has very clear losses, and to some, you wouldn't even debate the losses heavily. Tay-Rock has clear losses to Danny and Swamp because he lost his own momentum in the second round of the Swamp battle. Swamp lost to JC for 100K. Suge lost to Swamp while he was on the way to 100K, and while Suge for sure did have a fantastic end of the year, I think you put him at 3 for the same reason you put Surf at 3. You don't get to just burn into the last year, into the back end of the year and move up. You're gonna get knocked down for the same reason. Still no URL battles. I don't know if this is true, and it's probably something that needs to be investigated. Well, not necessarily investigated, but looked into. Jay Black said that URL throws like 80% of the events, and I think that's true, but I'm not too sure. Rum Nitty and Swamp, to me, they have the same issue. Well, one beat one head-to-head for sure. So Swamp beat Rum Nitty head-to-head, but also they both aren't the full battle rap package, right? So when you consider what it takes to be a battle rapper, you kind of also have to be active on, not even kind of, you have to be active on social media as well, and they don't really fit that criteria. So for that reasons, they're going to get knocked down regardless because we don't see them, so it kind of affects like how their moments or how they're impacted, viewed in totality. And then I think regardless of what people want to say, I think Geechee's kind of becoming a victim of voter fatigue, if you will. I think they're happy to see you, so you just don't do the same things that they expect from you anymore. What Geechee did for the past 2 to 3 years up until this year was appreciated, and then at some point, the same thing with Rum Nitty to a certain degree, it just became the norm. So you're losing those rounds now, where to me, you don't lose those rounds if it's a year ago, you don't lose those rounds if it's 2 years ago. That affects it fully. I don't really have a say in that. I don't even really have a personal opinion behind that. I think when you exceed too often, it becomes the regular standard. Like they lower the bar or raise the bar to match where they think your standard is, and that always is going to hurt you as opposed to help you. I think if Eazy actually doesn't win it this year, next year he's not even in running. Like they won't even mention him, especially if he does the same thing, because he hasn't lost in 2 years. I'm not even going to debate this. He hasn't lost in 2 years. You can use whatever generalized metric you'd like to use, right? If you want to use fan vote, he's winning fan vote of most of the caffeine streams, and if you want to go by the URL app, he's undefeated on the URL app as well. So you use whatever metric you deem to be safe for yourself, but he hasn't lost those rounds, and you can chalk it up to personal opinion for the most part, but at a certain point, with all the reactions, everything that's there, it's not really a debatable aspect. Now, I think when you talk about impact and moments, Eazy might be down a couple knocks to people like Suge because of what we expect from Suge versus what we got. That doesn't really change the overarching point. If you start counting it as, head-to-head battles and the way that everything works, then to me it's Rum Nitty. Most people are gonna not give him that knock or give him that call or that move up in terms of rank just because he's not as active on social media and doesn't fit the full package. Eazy does everything almost in every single set, hasn't lost a battle in 2 years, and hopefully that streak continues. Wish him nothing but the best. But again, this year isn't that difficult. I really shouldn't even be making this, but I'ma for sure do it. He's my champion of the year. Hopefully I'm not saying the same thing 3 years in a row, but something tells me I will be. If you have battle rap video ideas, you can leave them in the comment section below. If you have any other video ideas or something else that you want to cover, whether it's battle rap related or just something else, let me know. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. Appreciate y'all.
So salute to my bro, cause tomorrow he at Rolling Loud, and Mook you next, cause your career on a treadmill and I'm up here burning cow, nigga. If I talk guns, then... What?
Like that.
What? What? If I talk guns and I shot it, this body about to be iconic. Y'all can have no 1 through 10, from 11 to 20.